Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Guys, I'm gonna need your help today, you guys. So I thought I could just go hang out with the kids and watch a little bit of this, your soccer deal. England was playing. Man, I tell you, these Liverpool kids, holy crap, they can drink. So I'm a little tired this morning. You guys are gonna have to carry the load. Give up the trades. Wow. Oh man. How's everybody doing? So before I forget, today is our Friday session. Okay. Tomorrow the markets are closed, so there will be no sessions tomorrow. It's a long weekend. Now, let's take a look at this market. We got a P profile. We got a short position here underneath 75.30. And yeah, another look below and fail of 75.11. Those trades work out well, the look below and fail trades for larger traders. So let's just zoom out a little bit. The zone that we're in right now, the top of it is 76.32, the bottom is 73.91. So we had a beautiful look above and fail of 76.32 all the way down to 75.11. And if you covered, you're doing really well. That was a nice trade. We had a few of these last week with the old contract. The new contracts, it's kind of fitting in nicely with the levels, eh? So tonight, overnight inventory is very long, right? Took all the liquidated inventory of yesterday here, right? And we're selling it up here, and we're using trapped shorts underneath 75.25 to hold the market up. So let's go see where the trades are. Hey, Moran, how are you? So we have some stops. Let me just clean up this chart a little bit. So we've got some sellers at 75.50. Here are the balance levels, and I didn't put them in the room. Let's put those levels in the room here. Okay. Inventories underneath us. This is the balance zone I used. I used 50.5 to 58.75. Got a little bit of a position here. Let's see where we go and sell it. There you go, Ian. Well done. Well done. Nicely done. Overnight point of controls up here. Once again, looking at this, the JLo trade and these trades here, when we do that JLo pullback, that's always a nice trade. You know, you'd be buying J against the low of G. Stops a little big, but that's an old time market profile trade. So stick the stops in. Let's see. Do we do a look above and fail of 50? I don't see a seller yet. So you can see I'm a little unorganized this morning. Go and mark the sellers where they're going to be. What I look at, Ian, is when we come up into a balance level, like we come up into the blue zone. Okay, so we've had a decent move from 42 up to 50, right? Now, the thing is, are we going to sit and distribute at 50 and wait until we get some more buying? So we know we've got sellers up here at 51 half, okay? And we know we'll have sellers in the 53s. So the market knows that the sellers are going to be there too. So if you were long, if you were at all position long here, you'd definitely be selling there, right? You'd be crazy if you didn't. Now what we're looking for, and the question on a move up, after a market goes sideways, and you take out the top of that sideways motion, what you got to ask yourselves is how many people are short here? Why is that? Because that is the airplane fuel that's going to give you that lift. If you get enough people short in a cost basis, that will push price higher, and that's when you get those big green candles, right? So we're sitting and we're watching. Right now there's a seller at 51 and a half. The candles are getting small. So it's the agenda is not really clear, right? When the candles are small, the agenda is not clear, which means business is slow. And that's okay. So we just kind of chill and wait. See how slow it is? This is slow distribution, right? The VPOC didn't move down on that move down lower, didn't have time to move down, right? Or there wasn't enough size to move it down. Either way, it's still a little murky, right? So this is the perfect time for you to get a coffee and relax, right? You don't want to be jumping around too much in this particular price action. If we start getting under 50 and the tops of the candles start pushing lower, then you can short it back down to VWAP. If we get up over 51, 52, you can maybe entertain a long, but you're going to have selling at 54 and 55, just so you know, right? So business is a little bit, yeah, it's not the greatest right now, as often it is when we start our London session. Man, it's really slow. Those the algos were up late watching soccer too. So this is a perfect example of distribution. See how small the range is, right? That is a perfect example of a market which has, you can tell they're selling into it, but they stop selling at 50, they initiate at 51. So they have just enough customers to keep this thing bid over 50. Now let's see if we can go take out those 51s and we'll see if we can lift the offer over 52. Yeah, my girlfriend's South African, so she watches a lot of that rugby. I never know what the hell's going on. How come you can't throw the ball forwards? That doesn't make any sense. And the worst is that cricket thing, man. I don't figure that cricket thing out at all. It's hilarious. Yeah, you guys have some strange sports over here, Raj. Darts, pool. They put it on TV. The guy's smoking a cigarette, throwing darts at a board. That doesn't look like a very healthy sport. Yeah, you told me he's making cricket bats. Yeah, that's good. Okay, can we get over 52? Oh man, this thing's struggling. It's like we're trying to pull in buyers. There we go. There's your seller at 53 and a half. So if you were long, congratulations, right? There we go. If you're still long, congratulations on being patient, much more patient than me this morning. And your next target's going to be up here, just above 56. So, slow move. That's the green candle I was talking about. That's the candle I was talking about. Now, I wasn't honestly, I wasn't on the ball enough to take that trade, right? But that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for enough people to short this, add to the short here. When they get here, the dumb money shorts go, we got to cover. When they go to cover, everyone who's long here and here raises the offer. That's why you watch the offer. Does that make sense? Right? When the offer lifts, they're going to move price up. There's that 56. There you go. Upper target is 58 and 3/4. So that, my friends, you saw a perfect example of when a market sells off, smart money shorts come in cover, wholesale builds a position on top, we buy a little bit, and then the dumb money shorts who short in this area, they rip it when they realize that they are out of supply. Really simple. Now London's opening, and the sequence is always the same. The sequence is always the same. Hey Ed, how you doing? Aaron, sorry guys, I didn't have the YouTube chat open. I didn't see you guys. Yeah, usually London open sells, right? I mean, let's see, right? What is it? 70 or 80% of the time London sort of opens and tries to get some cheap inventory. So we opened, went up 3 or 4 ticks. Now we're coming back down. And just use the levels, right? Had I been long 50-52, I'd be out here. 3-4 points on 5-6 contracts. That's a nice trade. So now as London opens, what we're doing is we're looking for the bid, right? Let's see where it bids. London always loves to go and get some cheap inventory, shake it out. Hmm. Chop. More distribution. Distribution, distribution. Not much to trade here. It moves and then it stops, and then it moves and then it stops. That's okay. You guys have any questions? Anything you want to talk about? Once again, same thing, right? You see it here? Move up, a little bit of distribution, move up, a little bit of distribution, right? You don't want to trade this thing. If you can catch this, that's great. I wasn't on the ball enough to. I just started trading. So I got to settle in, wait for a decent trade. I'd love a look above and fail at 58, 59. That'd be nice. Back down to 50. But right now it's a bit sticky. Hey, Jury, how you doing? A bit too sticky for me. I think I need another coffee. There's 58. Come on now. Yeah, we didn't get the usual London liquidation. Maybe in a little, maybe in a little while. Got to get rid of this inventory first. You guys are ready for the long weekend too, I think. There's the look above and fail. So if you're taking this and you're selling 57, 58, 57 and a half, 57, 57 and a quarter, right? Well, you just use 58, 59 as a stop, or say use 59 as a stop, or 58 and three quarter, 59, right? And where are you going to bid? First bid will be down here at 55 and three quarter, right around here's, or 55 quarter, 55 half. That's where you'd bid. It's a look above 58 and three quarter and fail. Now, what do we need? We need them to put it on sale. I'm early, right? I hit it already, right? So I'm short a couple of contracts at 57 and a quarter. I'm bid 55 half, right? I'll go put a 56 bid in. See, look, see how it's hitting that 57 and lifting? Do you guys see that? I'm finally awake, right? Tops of the candles are lower. That's a good thing, right? Now, when the next candle opens, these next candles start taking out 57 and going up into the 58s, I know that I'm kind of hooped, right? When the next candle opens, I need those sellers to come in and offer lower. I need them to offer underneath 56 three quarter. You get what I'm saying? There we go. There we go. Right? See? See, the bid and ask are at the same level. So now the bid drops. There you go. Right? So I covered one at 56 and a quarter. I'm bid at 56 and 55 half for the other two. But I need these candles to keep moving lower for the short to work. See? Come on now. Give me one at 56, right? Give me a 56 fill. If I can't get a fill at 56, I'll start buying the ask. Does everybody understand what you're talking about? What I'm talking about? I'll be right with you, George, one sec. This is really important. Boom. Did I get a 56 fill? No, I did not. I did not get filled. Right? So I got to go take one back. Right? I had a 56 bid. It did not get filled. The orders that you have in the system tell you whether or not your trade is working. Your reaction time to those orders is the difference between you making money on a trade or those people who get stopped out at break even, which there is no reason to do business, right? So I covered two of them. I'm still short one at 57 half. I'm 56 half bid, and I'm I'm just going to grab the offer here, right? So I grab the offer. I'm flat, right? Not the greatest trade, but at least you're aware of your surroundings. So did you guys say? Did you guys understand what I just did? I was short. I used my buy orders to tell me whether the short was working, and I covered the short before it went against me. I could clearly see it going against me. Why? Because my 56 bid here did not get filled. Now the market is above my highest seller because I was short 57 half, 57 quarter on 3, right? This is what you should practice this, right? Because what you're going to do, right? If you're a scalper, that's how you scalp. You have to be aware of your surroundings and you have to be aware of what's going on. Now, for a longer term trader, if you're short, that's cool. Your your warning level is now here and your out is here, right? So if you have a bigger account or you're trading CFDs, you can trade and hold using that. That's your warning level. Eventually, what should happen is that they distribute and drop it back down, right? Which is that's normal market operations, right? Here we go. It's finally, there we go. Now my 56 bid may or may not have gotten filled. The next place you put bids is 55 and a quarter. So we went up and finally the sellers engaged underneath 58 and 3/4. But that's how you manage a trade when you're scalping. You use your buy orders to tell you whether or not the trade is working. Really simple. Nobody ever teaches this or talks about this. Right? So you mark the seller, and when you're short, if the price gets above that seller, that's kind of giving you, okay, you might have to cover, right? It's kind of like a flashing red light on the dashboard of a car. But if the offer keeps moving lower like it is and your position short, that's beautiful, right? Because now you can understand the chop. See, most people they get, they're short or they're long and they get caught up in this chop and they don't understand what's going on. We are distributing it now. We're finally putting the price on sale. So when the next candle opens in 20 seconds, you want to go and you want to mark where that seller is going to be. The seller is going to be at the top of the candle. That's the trade I wanted, right? I only got like a ticket, a point and a half, but this would have been beautiful. It'd be short 57 and a half and, 54 cover, right? If I was on the ball, I should have reshorted it here when I saw these two double tops, right? Wasn't quite on the ball enough to do so. Now we're looking for 51 and a half. Get it? The move up was created on short covering. Short covering comes apart like a cheap suit because the only people who are buying up here are people who are being forced to buy. That's number one. That's shorts who are being forced to buy. Number two, the second set of buyers up here are basically suckers. They're buying it at the top of cost basis. So they'll get puked out of the market very quickly. All you got to do is show them some size, like the guy did here, or the girl. Show them some size, and everybody who's long above 55 pukes it out, right? Nice. Well done. Nice trade for those who held it. Beautiful. Hey, Ed. How you doing? If you're a position trader that your first covers, let me give you the subway stops. They'll be there, there, and there. And these are our single prints, which I'm probably guessing that will fill later on in the day. So remember to treat today like a Friday, okay? you've got a trading week with less time in it, so everybody compresses their business into a shorter period of time. Beautiful down to 50. Nice, nice, nice. Little look below and fail of 50. If it stays over 51 and a half, we'll rotate back up to 53, 54. Okay? So if you're buying them here, make sure you have your sell orders out, my friends, right? I'm long 51 and a half. I'm out one at 52 and 3/4. I'm offered at 53 for the next one. And if I don't get hit at 53, I just scratch. Right? Right? Simple trading. Simple, simple, simple. A little look below and fail. Make a couple of points here, a couple of points there. Right? Very simple. Let's see if we bid again. The offer's lifting. The bid's not following. Aha. See? Always make sure you sell your product. Even if you get one or two ticks, you're going to cover your commission, right? Not every trade is going to be a home run when you're scalping, right? Just make sure you cover your commissions and you don't overtrade, okay? So I bought the 51s, flipped them out at 52, had a 52 and a half offer, didn't get taken, hit it out. Use your orders to let you know if the trades are working, right? Get it? That's how you know if your trades are working. If you do this enough, you will become a master of order flow trading and you can go sell your course. But it's see how simple it is. It's not complicated what we're doing, right? It's not complicated, right? The levels are working nicely, right? So now if you're still short, you want to break this level here. If we can break the 49s, all of the candy above 49 will fall out and we'll be looking for a tag of VWAP. Okay? Nice. So we just want to find a nice rotation that we can trade. You know, up, down, up, down. Those are beautiful trades. It's like ping pong or tennis or whatever strikes your fancy at this moment. Good, good. Yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight or this morning. Exactly, Raj. Hmm. I got a good story about that. I'll tell you later. Alrighty, my friends. You guys have any questions? We're creeping up. You want to be creeping. You're next. Remember I told you that 54 target? If you took the look below and fail again, right? You're long 51. You're selling 53, 54. If we crawl up above 54, you'll be looking for 56. We might, Syed, we might. What will I be looking for in the New York session? No clue right now. I have no clue what the heck's going on in the New York session. It's hours from now, right? We'll have to see how this one plays out. If inventory is still long, I'll be looking for a correction lower. We still have a ton of time before New York. So it'd be premature for me to talk about it. Okay, here we go. In yesterday's video, we are distributing on a smaller and on a larger time frame. Okay, so George, what happens is overall if you look at a chart, right? Let's go look at a daily chart. Okay? So this is a daily chart, and this is the distribution on a larger time frame. See what I mean? If you call this a sales chart, right? Distributing is another way of saying sales. You with me so far? Because a market is meant to distribute inventory, right? Because people bring their goods to a market to sell them, right? Okay. So this is a sales chart, and it's telling you how sales are going day by day. Okay? This is a weekly sales chart, which tells you how sales are going week by week. Get it? This is why we call it time frame. So weekly time frame, right? Sales topped out at around 7,700. We put it on sale underneath 73.55. What happened when we put it on sale this week, George? What happened? Buyers came in and we were able to raise price. See? Now, how about we want to go and see what sales look like on a minute by minute time frame? See? So this is showing you accumulation, right? Hang on a sec. So this is accumulation, distribution, put it on sale, brings buyer. It's the same thing. It's just this is distribution on a 1 minute time frame. So this is how sales are going minute by minute. A 15-minute chart tells you how sales are going every 15 minutes. Does that make sense? We are distributing on a smaller and a larger time frame, which means we're doing business in all time frames. The market is. You are doing business as a scalper, so you're not, you're aware of where prices are and where they came from, so you can understand, right? So if you were up here, you wouldn't be buying up here. You'd be looking for a short. And then when it goes on sale, this is where you go for a long for a quick little pop. There you go, right? Now you're cooking with gas, right? So this is a nice rotation. If we did this all morning, I could live with that. Buy the 51s, sell 55. Short the 58s, cover 55. I could do that all day. 3 points here, 4 points there, couple of contracts. Next thing you know, you've got 2, 3, 4 grand in your account. And your risk is limited. So if you're short and it goes above 59, cover. If you're long and it drops under 50 and a half, get out. See how simple it is? You just trade the rotation. Now it sounds easier than the execution, but hey, damn, you're gonna have to work at things sometimes, right? Right? Sometimes you got to put in the work, and that's okay. We want to make trading simple. Why do we want to make it simple? So when something bad happens, you guys don't flip out and cover your eyes and hope that it gets better. We want you to be effective business people. And you can't do that if you don't understand how markets work. You don't have to know how to run a market making firm. You don't have to know the intricacies of options. All you need to know is there's a seller at 57, 75, 57. So if you're long 52, sell it, right? Don't be a schmuck. Take your profits in this market, if you're not consistently profitable, you have to adapt your trading to the market that is given to you. You can't just take trades and say, oh, this has to happen, right? You're not the god of order flow, right? So a little humility is the best risk management, right? Just take your ego and put it in a box and let the chart tell you what's going on, right? And if you do that, you'll make money. Real simple. Yeah, it's not easy. If it was easy, Ed, every idiot would be driving a Ferrari, right? Thanks, everyone. Have a great morning. Come see us at tradingsyndicate.org. We'd love to teach you how to make money in the business without losing all your hair. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye for now. We'll see you at 9 o'clock.